A Student's Guide to Personal Finance 101 with Ameena Rey-Franc, the Chiefly Pinay. Ms. Ameena Rey-Franc. Ms. Ameena Rey-Franc is a former banker and accountant turned finance blogger and freelancer. She has been a speaker for several events and is also the author of her masterpiece, How to Build a Strong Financial Foundation That Can Withstand a Crisis. A career interruption propelled her to venture into the world of blogging while being a homemaker. The Thrifty Pinoy blog is where she demystifies investments, budgets, and saving strategies while sharing her personal development story. The objectives: to understand the importance of personal finance, to be knowledgeable on how to properly handle your finances, and to set smart financial goals. What is personal finance? Personal finance is the process of planning and managing personal financial activities such as income generation, spending, saving, investing, and protection. The process of managing one's personal finances can be summarized in a budget or financial plan. Why is personal finance important? All of us dream to be successful, but unfortunately, not everyone becomes successful, financially speaking. There are three kinds of successful people: successful but broke, successful but mediocre, and successful and wealthy.
Hold yourself responsible to produce a good income through hard work and diligence. And, you know, you guys are really lucky that in these times or in your generation, there are a lot of opportunities you can venture into. Because unlike in my time when I was in college, we didn't have a lot of opportunities to earn money, unlike today. So this is what I want you all to try. Um, One way you can find a side hustle or try to earn extra money is through freelancing. Is there anyone here who is a freelancer? Meron po ba, ma'am?
I have not asked that question yet.
Okay. Hopefully, there will be one or two. And maybe some of you might be asking na, wait lang, yung anak ko po. Sorry,
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Maybe some of you might be saying, Bayan, Mina, I've heard about that. Hold your horses. You might find a specific job here that might pique your interest. So let's tackle each of these freelancing jobs one by one. All right, so ESL tutor. ESL tutor, or English as a second language tutors primarily ESL or English as a second language tutors primarily teaches English to Chinese students. So basically, the job of ESL tutors is to teach students how to read and write in English. A lot of BPO employees have actually transitioned into an ESL tutor, and you don't really need a teaching license to be an ESL tutor. All right, so maybe that might pique your interest. The second would be a virtual assistant. It's like being your your boss's personal assistant, but you do it online. So all the work has to do with things online, like email management, booking, writing, calendar management, bookkeeping, answering calls, and many others. Ang laking pera dyan. So you just have to put a lot of work muna in training, and then you will see the money coming in talaga. Third one is content writing. I am actually a content writer. So aside from my blog, I actually offer content writing services to other clients. So what is a content writer? That is one who writes blogs, articles, ebooks, email marketing campaigns, and many more. So if you have tried writing essays before in class, you basically have an idea on how to write good content for your clients. But what I mean, what the client really wants is someone who writes grammatically correct content. So you better watch out for your grammar pagdating dyan. All right, data entry. Your job is to usually just collect data from sites and transferring it to Excel sheets. If you know the basics of copy paste in Excel, you're good to go for a data entry job. Number 5, transcription. Convert audio and videos into They may also be responsible for creating subtitles that we see in almost every form of video today. Voice acting, number 6, your only capital is your voice. You know, a lot of companies are looking for high quality voiceovers. So maybe if you have that golden voice or malajosa voice, you can venture into this freelancing job, but you will be needing to to invest in high quality equipment like the microphone, the headset, and the computer. Number 7, video editing. Similar to editing a video using your phone. If you've tried editing your videos through Viva Video, ganyan na ganyan yan. The only difference is the advanced features. SEO specialist, which is number 8. This is where you try to put your clients' articles on the first page of the Google search. All right. And number 9, graphic design, creating company logos and any form of graphic. I'll give you an example. Here in my book, if you guys can see, this is an example of a graphic design request. Although I was the one who made this picture, but if you're wondering if there is a market for those who want to design pictures, yes, there is. So you can definitely be a graphic designer. All right. Other ways to earn money. You can blog like what I do. You can vlog or put up your own YouTube channel. You can podcast. You can sell on Lazada, Shopee, FB Marketplace. You can publish your own ebook like what I do. You can enter a food business. Actually, there are a lot of side hustles you can venture into. You just have to find or what piques your interest. And like what Forbes says, there is no downside to a side hustle. There are only benefits of building more than one source of income. A side hustle is the new job security, and that is so true, especially in a time like this where we are in the middle of a pandemic. My advice would be try to find a side hustle. Kasi, you know, guys, if you want to earn more, if you want to save more money, you have two options. It's either you decrease your expenses or you increase your income. So I hope you get that. If you want to save more money, it's either you decrease your expenses or you increase your income. But the difference is that when you decrease your expenses, you can only decrease it to some extent, diba? Limited lang ang madi-decrease mo. But when it comes to increasing your income, you are limitless. That's why it is so important to find a side hustle right now, especially one that you are passionate about. I also have a quick wealth building tip. You can actually earn more money, or you can actually earn quicker than the average person if you put your effort and time towards something that you are truly passionate about or on a hobby that you truly enjoy. So again, maybe some of these freelancing jobs might be your passion, then go for it, diba? All right. Next is after income, what will you do with your income? Of course, you need to budget it. All right. So budgeting. So I guess you know what budgeting is or what a budget is now. But a budget is like a spending plan. And once you have that spending plan, it ensures that you have enough money for your needs and your wants, diba? And some of you might be might be saying that, Amina, I'm not good at budgeting. I don't like dealing with numbers, diba? Budgeting is no good for me. I'd rather just get my paycheck and then spend everything and then wait for another paycheck or wait for another payday, diba? Well, I'll give you some reasons and why having a budget is really important. All right. If you have read the book The Millionaire Next Door, you would relate to what is written here. So here, personal finance author Thomas J. Stanley interviewed over 1,000 millionaires in researching for his book, The Millionaire Next Door. And in his research, he found out that about 80% of millionaires are self-made. And he also learned the following. Millionaires tend to be thrifty, opting for cheaper options like used cars. They also tend to have strict budgets. See, they adhere to a strict budget. Number 2, A survey of over 1,000 millionaires found that they tend to have similar spending habits. We'll talk about those similar spending habits later. And number three, millionaires also tend to invest large portions of their income and spend on financial planners and accountants to help grow their wealth. We will also be tackling about investments later. All right. So, the reason why I showed this to you, because of course we would want to instill in us those things or those traits that millionaires have done, and one of them is sticking to a strict budget. That is why budgeting is so important. All right. Pay yourself first strategy. So, wealth rule number one, always pay yourself first. I'll give you a few seconds to digest these two formulas. You can figure out the differences, because a single tweak can actually make a big difference. All right. So, the usual formula we do is, as soon as we get our money, we spend it. That is the first formula, which is income minus expenses equals savings. And sometimes we spend it mindlessly, leaving us with little to no savings at all. So this is the inflation.
Oh, yeah, agree.
Okay, para disappoint you iba.
No, I
Inflation.
agree.
Okay, di
Mhm.
ba? Okay, just to give you a simple example of inflation. I don't have the exact definition, but I'll just give you an example. Like, if you would go to groceries with 2,000
Yeah.
pesos, di
Uh-huh.
ba? Di ba po, ma'am?
Yeah.
Back in the year 2010, like, if you used that 2,000 pesos for groceries, you would take home like 3 bags full of groceries, eh.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
di ba? But fast forward to today,
Oh my
2021,
gosh.
okay, what can you buy with 2,000? Baka isang bag na lang eh, hindi pa puno, di ba?
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, that is inflation. Like, our purchasing power decreases because of
Mm-hmm.
inflation. Ayan, so Warren Buffett stated the following in a preview of his annual letter in Fortune. Yes po, thank you. Teka lang, sorry yung anak ko. Wait, give me a second lang po.
Go ahead.
Okay. Natigil po kasi yung YouTube video niya.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait lang po. All right, there you go. Hold it, please. Hurry up. All right. Warren Buffett said the following in his annual letter in Fortune magazine. Over the long haul, the asset class that most investors consider the riskiest, which is stocks, is actually the safest.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the asset class that most investors consider the safest, meanwhile, which is cash, is the one that's extremely risky. Why is that so? Because of inflation. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Relationship between risk and returns. All right. So, generally speaking, risk and returns are directly related, meaning as the risk level of an investment increases, the potential return of your money increases as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
ganun din, pag mababa ang risk level, bababa din ang potential returns nito. I'll give an example.
Mm-hmm.
Kunwari, you will put your money in a savings account in a brick and
Yes.
mortar bank.
Yeah.
Uh, how big is their interest, saving interest?
Oh,
Di ba
something
po,
like
ma'am?
0.001?
Oh, yes. Yes, medyo
Yeah.
mas mataas na ng konti, ma'am, 0.25%. But still, it's
Okay.
still, it's still an abysmal rate, di ba?
Uh-uh.
But, di ba, that is an example of a low risk level, because it's not that risky. It's not risky if you put your savings in an wait lang po. Wait lang po. Anak ko. All right, sorry about that. All right, back to our example. If you put your savings in a bank account, it's not too much risky, because you know that the bank is it's a safe institution to put
Mhm.
your money. 'Diba? Parang if ever
Mhm.
you put 10,000 in your 10,000 in your bank account, you will be uh, pretty much sure that the next month it is still 10,000. All right.
Yes.
But you see, the potential returns are also low
Mhm.
because they only offer 0.25%. So that is an example of a low risk level, but also low returns. Now, what's another example for a high risk level, but will give you potentially higher returns? Let's say if you invest your money in a stock, in if you invest your money in stocks, di ba? If you put your 10,000 in stocks today, it might not be 10,000 tomorrow because it is very risky and the stock market is very volatile, di ba? But even though it is very risky when it Yes po. Wait lang po, Ma'am, sorry po ha.
Ay, okay lang, sabi sa'yo
Okay.
eh.
Okay. But when the stock market, it actually has a bigger rate of return kasi you can get your money, your money can increase to like 6% or 8%. So that is a very good example of a high risk level investment, but and with higher returns. Sige, you wanna wait lang po, ma'am. Sige, come here. All right.
Show us your baby.
He doesn't want to sit on my lap, ma'am. Wait lang po ah. Excuse lang po. Come
Sige,
here.
sige.
What do you want?
I love this.
All right.
Well, maybe we can have a commercial to be provided by Waki Yugto.
All right.
Yes po, ma'am.
Ay,
I,
thank God.
I
Sorry
suggested that,
about that.
sabi ko, Amina, while
Ay,
you
sorry.
are tending to your child, well, Waki here can provide as a commercial.
Okay, sige. We can use a commercial right now. Yeah. Ano gagawin niya, ma'am? Is he gonna sing or dance?
Wala akong alam, ma'am.
Wala ba? O sige, sige. Well, Amina's here now.
Okay. All right. So where were we? All right. I hope you understood
Investments.
yeah, I hope you understood the relationship between risk and returns, ha. If you didn't understand, we can talk about it, but let's try to move on with the presentation. All right. So here are examples of low risk investments, medium risk investments, and high risk investments. So why did I provide you with these information? Um, it is best for you to assess yourself. Are you the type of person who can tolerate a lot of risk? Even maybe you would want to invest your money here in the high risk investments part. Or if you're someone who can't tolerate high risk, you'd rather go for the low risk investments, you can try the investments right here. All right. So um, let's just give a rundown one by one. Low risk investments, these are like cash deposits or savings accounts, what I mentioned a while ago. UITFs and mutual funds, money market fund, bonds, investments in insurance, and small businesses. When it comes to medium risks investments, these are MLM marketing business, UITFs and mutuals that are invested in balanced funds and index funds. The medium scale businesses, the rates. The high risk investments are the UITFs and mutual funds, stock market, cryptocurrency, forex trading, real estate, and the big scale businesses like corporations and franchise. All right. Of course, we cannot explain this one by one again due to our time constraints, but I have a helpful resource for you. So it says there, for more that a more in-depth understanding of each investment, you can visit my blog, which is www.thethriftypinay.com, and then you can search for best investments in the Philippines. Okay lang po bang ipakita ko lang po yung website ko, ma'am?
Ay, sige
All
lang.
right, sige po. All right. Let me just where are we? Wait lang. All right. So here, this is my website.
Mhm.
So you can just type here in the search button, best investments in the Philippines. And then when you get to my blog post, this is what it will look like. Can you guys see po? Nakita niyo po ba?
Oh yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Right here, if you scroll down, I have provided a matrix of the different investment vehicles in the Philippines. So like we have, let's try this one. This one na lang. Time deposit. Short description, returns of the time deposit, minimum investment. All right. If you scroll towards the right, you will find more categories like its tax implications, where you can invest, its time, its investment horizon, and risk level. So I hope you find this helpful. If you need more resources or an in-depth understanding of each investment vehicle, I have provided it over here, like Pag-ibig MP2. Have you guys tried investing in Pag-ibig MP2? If not yet, you can just click on this blog post. We have stocks, how to invest in stocks, beginner's guides in index funds, mutual funds,